turned around and he showed us a gun.
We kept asking him where he was taking us.
If I don't stop crying, he's gonna blow my sister's head off.
As I was running, I thought I was gonna feel a bullet in my back. I did.
Hey everybody, what is up? I will tell you what is not up, and that is my bank account, because YouTube demonetized my last video again, so thank you so much for that. Like, seriously, thank you so much. Like, thank you. You guys read the title of this video. It's gonna be another story time. I'm getting back to my natural roots, guys. I told you that, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of story times now. I mean, I always did, but then I stopped. I don't know. Not the point. But it's gonna be a story time, and it is not clickbait at all. Like, that's the most important thing. Before you click off this video, know that it is not clickbait. It is actually an insane story that happened to my mom and my aunt. And yeah, they were kidnapped. Not by like a boyfriend, not by anything. It was literally by a kidnapper, someone they did not know. It is an insane story, and they were lucky enough to escape. Speaking of escaping, this video is going to be sponsored by Secret Escapes. Secret Escapes is a travel booking website that has amazing flash deals where you could save up to like 60% off on your traveling for exclusive members. What I think is really cool about it is actual people helping you and not just like an algorithm. So they can literally help you find the best and the perfect deals that you're looking for. And if you're a procrastinator like me, booking trips is possible last minute or up to 6 months in advance. It's so easy to use. I literally set my account up in like 30 seconds. When you first set it up, this is what it looks like. And then like if I was looking for a vacation, I would scroll down. If you scroll down, you'll see current sales like this Antigua trip, which is $120 a night rather than $156 a night, which means you're literally saving $36 a night. They have this really cool filters feature where you can put in all these filters. Like if you're going to Europe or anywhere in the world, you can put in your trip type, like all-inclusive, romantic getaway, anything like that. And if you're going to be traveling on your vacation or just staying at one hotel. Another really cool feature on this website is the top destinations feature. If you click the little heart, you can go to your top destinations and you can favorite different destinations that you plan to go to in the future. I think that's really cool, especially if you're someone like me or my parents who love traveling. My mom is literally saying she's going to be using this website the second we stop filming this video. It is completely free to become a member, so click the link in the description, become a member, and take advantage of all those exclusive deals and start your traveling. Thank you so much to Secret Escapes for sponsoring this video, and now let's get right into the video about how my mother was kidnapped. Okay, I would not be able to tell this story if it was not for my mother and my aunt. So, round of applause, come on. Woo! Come on. No, like, come on. Like, come in.
Let me fix my hair.
That's fixed? Oh my god, take those off.
I'm sorry.
When did you put those in?
Sorry.
Okay, my mom had one too many glasses of wine before we started filming.
No, I didn't.
Do you see why she was able to escape being kidnapped?
You didn't want me.
My Aunt Deb is choosing to not be in the video, so she's gonna be off to the side because her hair isn't done right now.
Aunt Deb is, if you've ever watched Andrew's other videos and have seen Adriana.
Okay, wait, that was...
okay, wait. If any of you have ever seen any of Andrew's other videos...
Oh my god, this is so fake. She's being so fake. Just so you guys know, my Aunt Deb is the famous Adriana's mom. So you guys all know and love Adriana, and this is her mom. Oh, look who it is.
Adriana's mom right here.
My twin sister.
They do look like twins, but my Aunt Deb is actually a few years older than my mom, which is gonna be a key part in this story.
Just get on with the story. Let's do it.
They were from one of the worst areas, like, in the country at the time.
Yeah, actually, it was the #1 area for drugs, narcotic-prone area in, actually, I think it was the nation. Bedford-Stuyvesant / Bushwick, Brooklyn at the time, and we lived there at its worst.
They have so many crazy stories and pictures and everything from when they were younger. So if you guys want to see a video of my mom and my Aunt Deb telling us those stories and showing us those pictures, give this video a thumbs up.
We lived in Brooklyn area, but because the area was so bad, we weren't able to go to the schools in that area. We had to actually go to school in Queens, which also leads into this story. About 3 or 4 miles. We used to walk to and from school every single day.
That's why you guys are skinny legends.
Not anymore.
Well, you don't walk anymore.
So we were walking home from school like we normally did. As I said before, it was about a 3 or 4 mile walk. We were about a half a block away from where we lived, which at the time, our family owned a bakery. It was called La Rosa Bakery, and that's where we lived. We were raised in back of the bakery, which had 7 rooms, and upstairs from the bakery. So
actually, as we were walking back, we could actually see the bakery.
We were a half a block away, and we were actually looking at the bakery, and we could see our mom. She used to sit outside all the time on a chair. This man in front of us turned around and he showed us a gun, and he said,
he showed us his gun,
and then he put it in his pocket,
and he said, I need someone to talk to, and you need to follow me.
Can you imagine walking home from school, seeing your house, seeing your mom through the window or sitting outside, and then a guy coming up to you, showing you a gun and kidnapping you?
As he approached us, I'm looking at my mom sitting there and really thinking, I'm a half a block, I see you, and here's this guy with a gun.
And there's nothing we can do. We had no other choice but to walk with him. And he asked each of us to walk on either side of him. And Deb was on one side and I was on the other side, and we're walking. He said he was just going to take us back to school.
Okay, to make the story better, my aunt joined. Aunt Deb, say hi.
Hi, everybody.
So we were walking, and then he started telling us about his wife.
His wife overdosed on her perfume. And at that point, I knew there was definitely something wrong.
Yeah, like we looked at each other
like something is wrong.
Me and Aunt Deb were kind of just looking at each other, and I was a few years younger, so I was a crybaby.
But you were crying a little bit or a lot of it?
She was crying a lot.
Oh.
I was trying to be his best friend.
That's funny. That's like Adriana. Like when she gets scared, she's very...
Yeah.
I was crying. I was very nervous. I was scared.
I was trying to be his friend because I knew we were in a lot of danger.
And I was so happy she was there with me, because she was the one that was like, oh, really? Like, she was just trying to talk to him and be his friend.
I was trying to be his best friend. I was.
Yeah.
So then he said, you need to tell your sister to stop crying or I'm going to blow your head off. At that point, I said, Ange, please stop crying. You have to stop. Please.
And I did. I was so nervous at that point, and I was really scared that he was going to hurt my sister, that I really put it in my head that I have to stop. We're outside. We weren't indoors anywhere.
Imagine crying hysterically because you're being kidnapped and this guy is telling you or your sister, either one, he's just saying he's gonna blow your head off if you don't stop crying. How are you gonna stop crying after that?
So if I don't stop crying, he's gonna blow my sister's head off.
But in the meantime, there's a lot of people going by.
Were you guys like trying to make eye contact at anyone?
I was. Nobody notices anything.
Yeah.
We kept asking him where he was taking us, and his answer was, I'm taking you back to school. Next to our high school was a cemetery with big iron gates. As we're walking back, I noticed our school was to the right, the cemetery was to the left. So he took us to the left. At that point, I said...
Towards the cemetery?
Yes. At that point, we said, why are you going left when the school is on the right? And he said, I just need to have someone to talk to. You need to stay with me and follow me.
During this time, as we were walking back, I kind of remember him saying that, like I said before, we owned a bakery, and I could remember him saying that he knew our Uncle Joe, which was one of the bakers in the bakery, because our family owned it. And
that was part of the conversation walking back to the
he said to Debbie, as I was crying, he said to Debbie, I know your Uncle Joe. I want you to give me $30 a week from the bakery cash register.
Of course, I agreed.
And Debbie was like, sure, no
Take
problem.
60.
I'll give you 100.
And I was like...
We went towards the cemetery. We went through the gates.
Now we're inside the cemetery.
He walked a few steps in front of us because there were some rolling hills. Say you and me and your mom, right? He got up in front of us a few steps and he just stood there and was looking like this, like, where should I go? At that point, I knew we're in trouble.
So with the way he was talking to them and everything he was saying, he was gonna bury them.
What happened eventually was he actually stood in front of us, put his hands on his hips, and just kind of looked around.
He was looking for a spot to put you guys.
Yes, he did say, I'm looking for the perfect spot. So he looked at us and said, I'm looking for a perfect spot. At that point, as he was looking around, because he was a few steps in front of us, we knew what each other was thinking.
We had to go.
And we knew we had to just leave.
We had to leave.
We weren't too far from the gates at this point, so we knew, we're going to make a dash for it.
You know, this is no joke. As I was running, I thought I was gonna feel a bullet in my back. I did. I'm running out with my heels, high school. This guy's gonna shoot me.
I can remember running out and screaming at the top of my lungs. I think maybe that's what scared him, was watching us run and scream at the same time.
Police car passed. At the minute we walked out of the gates, his name was Frank, just so happened to be in his patrol car, and he passed by, and I called to him. He let us in and he drove us home, and we decided to file a report.
The twist that I talked about in the beginning of this video, I guess I will have them tell you now, because it's insane.
The story goes, and you guys are probably too young to remember, but if you have parents our age that lived in the New York area, and maybe not even in the New York area, there was a serial killer, and his name was David Berkowitz, also known as the Son of Sam.
I think everyone will know Son of Sam.
Or the 44 caliber killer. We could swear by anything. He was the guy that kidnapped us.
Because Son of Sam was in your area, right?
Yes. Also at the time, he went after girls that had long hair parted in the middle.
That was you and you.
At the end, we went to the precinct to file a report.
The A3. In Brooklyn.
There was no proof.
There was no proof that this person kidnapped us and was going to kill us in the cemetery next to our school. But
Right.
it was almost certainly the son of Sam.
That's what happened, and that was the scariest thing I could say probably that happened to the two of us when we think about it.
Well, yeah.
We really truly believe it was the son of Sam.
As far as we both can remember, he looked exactly like him. But it was very, very scary. It really was.
Well, he should have kept you. Thank you, Aunt Deb and Mother, for sharing your story. And I know they're all going to love the story. They're morbid. They love stories like this.
You know what? If you'd like to hear a couple more stories or see pictures from where Aunt Deb and I grew up, it's pretty entertaining, I would say, to say the least.
Their stories are very, very intense.
Bye!
Bye. And you're drinking my wine.
Wait.
Oh, no, you're not.
I got it. Let me just end it. So there you guys have it. That is the story of the time my mom and my aunt were kidnapped. I have always wanted to tell this story because it is so insane, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Every few years I make them retell me the story because I love it. But yeah, if you guys did like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on my notification bell, please. They keep interrupting me because now they have so many stories that they want to share with you guys that are literally insane, guys. So if you want to hear those and see the pictures, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs
up.
There you go. Once again, thank you so much to Secret Escapes for sponsoring this video. And yeah, until next week, I will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.